Tonight, the Target 12 investigators take you inside the mafia, revealing why a mob cold case may be one step closer to being solved. It was a notorious gangland slaying on Federal Hill 18 years ago, claiming the life of reputed mob enforcer Kevin Hanrahan. We've learned the FBI is re-examining the case, and now Target 12 has uncovered new information that reveals publicly for the first time who the FBI thinks may have ordered the hit on Kevin Hanrahan. Target 12 investigator Tim White is here now with the exclusive details.
The new information obtained by Target 12 indicates the FBI is looking at former mob boss Francis Cadillac Frank Salemi for the hit. But before Kevin Hanrahan was shot 3 times to the head, the FBI says he was stabbed in the back. Kevin Hanrahan was a scary guy. High-ranking investigators say he was a mob enforcer who instilled fear when he walked into a room.
When Kevin Hanrahan was on the street, he was the real deal.
On September 18, 1992, Hanrahan died the way he lived, violently. Walking out of a restaurant on Federal Hill, police say Hanrahan was approached by 2 men. 3 shots were fired. 1 bullet tore through Hanrahan's chin, a second through the temple, a third square to the face. This is eyewitness news video from the night of the murder. Firefighter Paul Dowdy was one of the first on the scene.
The single thing that really stuck out in my mind and still does to this day is just a lack of any bystanders. There was nobody around.
What does that say to you?
I guess I didn't want to be near it.
Do you think there were witnesses?
Yes.
Did any of those witnesses come forward?
No.
State Police Colonel Brendan Doherty was a detective in the intelligence unit at the time.
It certainly speaks to their violent reputation.
Now, 2 FBI confidential informants are offering up new information on the hit. According to court documents obtained by Target 12, a Taunton, Massachusetts bookmaker says Hanrahan was shaking him down in 1992. The document says he and another bookie went to a man named Gordon O'Brien for help. At this meeting, the informants claim O'Brien made a telephone call to then mob boss Cadillac Frank Salemi to complain about the extortion. Then days later, Hanrahan was murdered. So who was Gordon O'Brien?
If there was a bad meter, he would be right at the top.
Raynham Police Chief Lou Pacheco spent a career trailing and arresting O'Brien. He says at 6'4" and 300 pounds, O'Brien was often used to handle mob shakedowns in southeastern Massachusetts.
Gordon gave you the impression that he could break you in half at any time he wanted to, and would do it and smile.
He says O'Brien died of natural causes a couple of years ago, which may explain why this information is only now coming to light.
I don't think a lot of these people would be talking to the FBI if Gordon O'Brien was around.
Because they'd be scared.
Of course. And rightly so.
The court documents don't reveal who pulled the trigger to snuff out the life of Kevin Hanrahan, but they do open a small window into who the FBI thinks may have ordered the hit, Cadillac Frank Salemi. Did your client order the hit on Kevin Hanrahan?
Absolutely not.
Salemi's attorney, Stephen Buzang, says the theory is ridiculous.
To call up somebody who's, at the time the head of a criminal organization and to sort of put a call in for a hit, were they ordering a pizza?
Salemi was released from prison last year. Buzang says at 76, the retired Don is trying to ride off into the sunset at an undisclosed location. But being the former boss, Buzang says Salemi will always be a target.
Obviously, someone's gotten into trouble and is going to try to get themselves out of trouble.
Buzang says neither he nor Salemi have been approached by federal investigators yet. The documents that implicate Salemi are part of an extortion case against another reputed mobster, Anthony the Saint Laurent. Tomorrow, our investigation continues. Was it underworld betrayal? We show you how Hanrahan and O'Brien actually worked together on an attempted mob kidnapping right here in Providence. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.
Our investigation continues online. Review the court documents for yourself. Read a Taunton Police Intelligence report on Frank Salemi and watch extended interviews from our investigation mob cold case. You can find it all at WPRI.com.
A child is